Hello students, I am Madhukar Soppin, Department of Chemistry from Vijayanagara College, Hospet, VSK University, Ballari. Now we will start this chapter, People Elements for BSc second sem. Then this people elements will study the important compound diborane. The formula for this diborane is B2H6. Now we will study how to prepare this diborane. One by one we can study now. The first method is by using iron hydrides. In this ionic hydride, we will take the sodium hydride 6 NaH. Ionic hydride is sodium hydride reacts with the 2 BCl3 boron trichloride to form the compound NaCl and the expected compound B2H6, where this B2H6 is the diborane. So this is first method. In the second method, by using lithium boron hydride, so in this lithium boron hydride, when reacts with the 2 HCl at very low temperature of minus 80 degrees Celsius, it forms the compounds 2 LiCl plus the expected compound B2H6 plus 2H2. So this is the diborane. In the third method, by using lithium aluminum hydride, also we can prepare this LiAlH4. This is lithium aluminum hydride. We are taking 3 moles, reacts with 4 BCl3 to form 2 B2H6 plus 3 LiCl lithium chloride plus lastly 3 aluminum chloride, 3 molecules of aluminum chloride. So this is again the diborane. In the fourth method, we can call this as Stark's method. Here the Stark treated this magnesium boride with dilute aqueous HCl solution and got volatile mixture of different boranes so different diboranes. This contains mainly boron beta hydride, which are heating with hydrogen gives diborane. The reaction for this is 2 Mg3B2 magnesium boride reacts 12 HCl to form the compounds 6 MgCl2 plus boron decahydride plus hydrogen. This boron decahydride reacts with hydrogen to form the expected compound diborane. The lastly, now last method, fifth method, by using BCl3 or BBr3, boron trichloride, or by using boron tribromide and hydrogen using electric discharge. So BCl3 plus hydrogen in presence of electric discharge so we get this diborane plus 6HCl, or by using 2 molecules of boron tribromide in presence of 6H2. This is we are taking in excess to form this diborane in presence of electric discharge. So this is the last method of preparation of this diborane. Now we study this structure and bonding in this diborane, and this structure is called hydrogen bridge structure. Here this B2H6 diborane is similar to ethane. You know the formula of this ethane, C2H6, but it is not similar. Because of deficiency of electrons. By seeing the structure, we can study this one. So this is the structure of the ethane. Here there are totally 7 bonds, so 14 electrons are there. All are completely satisfied, and this is a type of two-centered and two-electron system. Two center is carbon and the hydrogen, but in the case of this boron, there is no any sharing of electrons between the boron and boron, so it is not similar. It is because of 12 electrons, and this is a type of three-centered boron hydrogen boron. So it is 3-centered and 2-electron system, and it is electron deficient. And this is electrons are satisfied here. So this is the difference between the ethane and the diborane. You can study this in detail by taking the electron configuration. So outer electronic configuration of boron in ground state, outer electron configuration only I am taking here. Here it is 2s and 2p. There are 3 orbitals here, and there are 3 electrons are present in the boron in the ground state, 2 electrons in 2s and 1 electron in 2p. But outer electron configuration for this boron, if you are taking in excited state, here one of the electron of this is shifted to the 2p orbital, and there is again a presence of one vacant orbital. So this is vacant orbital, and this is a type of sp3 hybridization. So it is sp3. There are 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are there in this case, and there are 3 unpaired electrons. So these 3 unpaired electrons are forming 3 normal covalent bonds. Here there is no any bond between boron and the boron, that is 2 boron atoms. This is the first thing. Then secondly, vacant orbital. Here in this case of boron is involved in bond formation. Third important thing in this is each B is sp3 hybrid. Next is in this case 1 electron of boron and 1 electron of hydrogen. 1 electron of boron, 1 electron of hydrogen is shared between another boron atom, another B atom. So because of this you can write this as, that is 2 electrons are shared between 1 H and 2 boron atoms. Because of this you can call this as, so it is called, because of this only you can call this as 3-centered. 3 centers means boron, hydrogen, boron and 2 electrons bond. And because of this only there is a bending of bond. This bending you can call it as bent bond or banana bond, because it takes the shape of banana, so it is called banana bond. We can draw this clearly. This boron is having this orbital, so hydrogen is there with 1s. Here one of the hydrogen is shared with the boron atom, another is empty, there is no any sharing here, but this is sharing with the another boron atom. Another boron atom is having the again 2 hydrogens. These are present on the terminal side of this. So because of this there is a bending of the structure. You can write this clearly as B H H H. So this bending is taking in this way. It is a type of banana, so it is called banana bond. This is banana bond. Lastly, you can write the exact structure of this is so these 4 are the terminal hydrogens, these 2 are the bridge hydrogens. So you can call this as hydrogen bridge structure of the diboron. And in this case the bond angle between this HT and the B is found to be 1.19 angstrom its bond length, and then the B, HB and this B is found to be the bond length is about very long and it is 1.33. Lastly, the bond angle between the HTB and HT, this bond angle in this case is found to be 122 degree, and the bond angle between the B, HB and this is bond angle is found to be 97 degree. So bending is less here, bending is more in this case, thermal hydrogens. So HT I told that again, thermal hydrogen, HB is bridged hydrogen. You can call this as hydrogen bridge structure, and because of the shape of this bending, you can call this as banana bond. Now we will study preparation structure of some interhalogen compounds. First, briefly about what are interhalogen compounds. Molecules formed by different halogens having different electronegativity values are called interhalogen compounds. So we will start this preparation first. Preparation of the first one, iodine trichloride. The formula for this is ICl3. Then how to prepare this one? Preparation very simple. 3Cl2 react with this iodine to form the 2ICl3. In the another method, you can prepare this by taking chlorine and the ICl, iodine monochloride. You can prepare this ICl3. So in this way, you can prepare the iodine trichloride. Then in the second method, you can prepare this by using I2O5, iodine pentoxide, and then iodine pentoxide and HCl. I2O5 plus HCl to form, we are taking 10 HCl here. So ICl3, iodine trichloride. There are two molecules here and 5 H2O because of this hydrogen and the oxygen, and lastly 2 Cl2. So these are the methods of preparation of iodine trichloride. Then we study the structure. So we study the structure of this ICl3, but actually this ICl3 is a dimer, so it is a dimeric structure. Dimeric structure means two molecules of this ICl3 combined here to form this ICl3 twice. So here we have to take the outer electronic configuration of iodine in ground state. 5s, 5p and 5d orbitals are there. There are 7 valence electrons, 5s, 5p, vacant 5d orbitals in the ground state, but outer electron configuration we will take for the excited state of this iodine. One is electron shifted to this, so we are having the 3 valence electrons present in 5p and 5d, and because of this ICl3 dimeric structure is found to be like this, and this is a type of square planar structure. This is formed by 3 vacant orbitals present in this and 2 iodine atoms joined together to form the I2Cl6. This is a type of square planar like this. iodine pentafluoride second compound. We study the preparation. First, by using F2 and A2. Here, by taking 5F2 plus this I2 to form 2IF5 iodine pentafluoride. This method, and we are taking this F2 as excess. In the second method, by using I2O5 and F2. Here I2O5 reacts with this fluorine F2. We are taking 2 molecules here. It forms 10 molecules of this F2 to form IF5. 4 molecules plus the other component. This is 5O2. Lastly, by using silver fluoride and then I2 AgF plus I2. Here we are taking the 10 AgF. By heating, we will get this IF5 plus Ag. To balance this, it needs 10 molecules of this Ag, and there are 2 IF5. So this is the preparation of the IF5. Structure of IF5. In this structure of IF5, we have taken, or this is a type of sp3d2 hybridization. There are involvement of 6 orbitals in this, so it is sp3d2 hybridization. Again, we take this outer electron configuration of iodine in ground state. Same 5s, 5p, 5d, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 valence electrons. And outer electron configuration of 5 in excited state. Here one of the electron shifted to this, another electron shifted to this. So there are 5 valence electrons. This forms the sp3d2 completely. Among these 6 orbitals, 1 electron is having the 2 electrons, 1 orbital is having 2 electrons, others are 5 valence electrons. Will form the bonds like this. So the shape of this sp3d2 hybridization molecule is like this. This iodine is having 4 sides fluorine atoms, and one is above the plane, another one is below the plane, and there is one is having this lone pair of electrons. If we join this, we will get the exact structure, and this structure is a type of spire pyramidal. This is a lone pair electrons. So this is the structure of the IF5 square pyramidal. We will study this last third compound, iodine heptafluoride IF7. We have studied the first one preparation. By the first preparation, we have to use IF5 and F2. Very simple reaction. IF5 reacts with this F2 to form this IF7 ionic heptafluoride. In the second method, by using PbI2, RKI and F2. Here 4F2 reacts with this Ki to form this IF7 plus Kf. In the second method, we are taking 8F2 plus lead iodide PbI2 to form this IF7 plus PbI2. So in this way, you have to prepare this IF7 by using this PbI2 or Ki with F2. So in this case, last reaction, last preparation, 8F2 plus PbI2 gives rise to IF7 plus PbF2. Make this as PbF2. Lastly, we have to study the structure of this IF7. It is a type of sp3d3 hybridization because of the involvement of 1s, 3p and 3d particles are there in this. So we have to take the outer electronic configuration of I in the ground state is found to be 5s, 5p, 5d. Two electrons, and 1 electron, 7. There are no orbitals here. Outer electron configuration of I in excited state. So all electrons are shifted here to form the 7 unpaired electrons. So we are getting the sp3d3, sp3 and d3 hybridization. Seven orbitals are here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So these 7 electrons are paired like this to form this sp3d3 hybridization, and the shape of this molecule is four, 5, 6, and lastly 1 is there. We join this, we will get the structure. A type of structure called pentagonal bipyramidal. Pentagonal bipyramidal. Penta 5 plus 5, so 7 electrons are, pairs of electrons are there in this. It is a shape of pentagonal bipyramidal. Hope you understood this. Thank you all.